IVM.
You're listening to a special edition of Paisa, Vaisa, featuring Mr. Nithin Kamath, founder of Zerodha, a company that offers brokerage-free equity investments. In the third part of this series, Nithin talks to Anupam about who is a stockbroker, why do you need a stockbroker, and how do you identify a good stockbroker.
Folks, welcome back to Paisa Vaisa. I'm your host Anupam Gupta, B50 on Twitter, and we've been having this absolutely fascinating podcast series with Nithin Kamath of Zerodha. In the first part, we covered his fascinating journey. In the second part, we covered stock trading basics. In the third and final part, we're going to talk about who exactly is a stockbroker. Why do you need a stockbroker? How do you choose a good stockbroker? Nithin, welcome back to the show. Let's get into this, okay? Who exactly is a broker? Why do I even need? Why can't I just go and, call up Reliance and say, chalo, I want to buy 100 shares. How does this work? Tell me.
Right. I mean, imagine if you were to try, we were doing that, right? As in Reliance, would have tough time kind of, catering to the millions of people who are investing into stocks with Reliance. So broker is essentially is the intermediary that connects you to the stock exchange, and in
turn
you
can buy and sell. There are other buyers and sellers.
Right.
Okay.
So it connects you to a platform. Right now, the issue here is, when you call up Reliance and you say, I want to buy, he might sell you the shares. But when you want to sell,
what do you do?
Yeah.
What if he doesn't want to buy it from you?
Absolutely, right? So you need to get onto a platform where there are other buyers and etc. So that's what exchange does.
Sure.
And exchange doesn't want to be client facing, right? So exchange is just is a body that that
so like
facilitates.
Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And these two stock exchanges in turn has, I think today 2,300 brokers.
Wow.
So and out of which I think 300, 400 of them are active retail brokers.
Okay.
Right. And so if you intend to trade, invest, you need to choose one of these 300, 400.
Right.
Open what is called as a trading and demat account.
Yeah. Why is a demat part of the entire thing?
Right.
You need it, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So a demat, a trading account is where is an account through which you buy stocks.
Okay.
A demat account is maybe you can look at it as a safety locker in a bank, right? So that's where you keep your stocks.
Yeah. It's like in the old days you used to have physical share certificates, so you need to you would keep them somewhere in the vault. Right. Now that's gone.
Yeah. So now
you have a bank account for your money, you have a demat account for your shares.
Absolutely, right.
Okay.
Bank account in a way is also a demat account, because it's a dematerialized form of your money, right?
Sure.
So a demat account is dematerialized form of your stock certificates, right? So so you open these two accounts. And then there are two kinds of brokers, right? In broad sense, there are still a lot of these offline brokers, right? Offline brokers are people who don't give you a platform to trade on. You'll have to call them up to place buy or sell orders. Online brokers, are essentially who give an online platform,
Right.
So you do it on your own.
Yeah, through a app or through a desktop or wherever you want. Okay.
Desktop, web, mobile, all the three ways. In online brokers, which is, as you could guess, probably is the biggest portion of the business today. There are again, traditional brokers. And we probably started this whole discount broking concept in India.
Broke the market completely.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, a traditional broker today charges between 0.3 to 1% every time you buy and sell a stock.
I'm paying 0.5% to my broker. Yeah, okay.
Right. So, and then the reason he charges you so much is because the way he operates a business is differently, right? As in, he's got relationship managers for every client. There's a research team which offers research reports.
Correct. Yeah.
There is, the multiple things that he does as add-on things. A discount broker on the other side focuses just on execution, right? He says, I'm going to give you the best trading platform possible. But I'll maybe not give you research, etc., because that's going to add on costs. So, and I'm going to operate very online, so because of my online operations, I can reduce the cost and pass the benefit back to you.
Sure.
So that's what a broker like us does, right?
Yeah.
So what we can do in bargain is, for example, we don't charge any brokerage for equity investing today, right? So instead of paying 0.5% on every trade, you are actually not paying any money to us to be able to trade.
Except for the stamp duty, whatever.
Yeah, the statutory
charge. That's not your charge. That's what the government charges.
Yeah, right. The statutory charges are separate. But brokerage wise, so you can save money by going to a discount broker. But I think if you need that research help, you need the relationship manager help, etc., it makes sense to pay a little more and use one of the traditional brokers.
Okay, so that was actually going to be my next question. So, help me through this. I'm someone who's absolutely new to stock market trading, and I'm someone who's a seasoned trader. Okay,
Right.
for both these guys, how should he choose his broker?
Right. I mean, for a seasoned trader, it's a no-brainer, right?
So he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Right.
I have a vested interest in saying this, but then, so...
Your product is the best in the market.
Yeah, and then we do it at the lowest cost. So
Are there any metrics out here, like your trade, any way to compare how you are significantly ahead of the others? For a trader from that perspective, is it either the time of execution, the price that you get? Is there any?
No, I mean, there is, unfortunately in India, it's not, all orders hit the exchange, So, in the US, you have things like dark pools and etc.
Okay.
Right. So in India, it all hits the exchange same time. I think the only real metric is to actually use the platform, the user experience,
Okay.
So I mean, as I said, for a seasoned guy, it's a no-brainer.
It's simple.
For a guy who's starting off, right?
He's a brand new guy.
Right.
He's choosing between the established guys who have an offline presence, who also have some kind of an online platform, which might not be the most polished product around, and your product,
Correct.
okay, which is like phenomenally fast, phenomenally good.
Right.
How should he go about choosing his broker if he's just going to start trading?
Right. No, I mean, see, the thing is, as Zerodha, I don't want to bring everyone into this. As Zerodha, the two things that we've said we'll focus on is that if someone wants to execute, we want to offer the best platform. If someone wants to intend to learn, we want to be able to offer something. So, Varsity, Trading Q&A, Z-Connect, these are, together probably... after Investopedia, the most active,
biggest resource of knowledge out there.
Yeah. So we get crazy number of hits on these sites. So if someone starting off has intention to learn, I think you should just go to Varsity, because I think there's just brilliant content. It's free, it's open. You don't need to even open a trading demat accounts, right? But
let me put this in a way that if I am going to call my broker, what should he offer me?
Right.
As someone who's going to start trading.
Right. I mean, so if you're a guy who's not going to trade on your own, I think you need to know the relationship manager who's going to be dealing with you, right? As in, your broker then boils down to the relationship manager, right? If you're going to be calling a call center to place a trade, you rather use someone like us, right?
Okay.
If it's a relationship manager who's got a vested interest in in keeping you in the game and helping you out, the problem there with traditional guys is that most of these relationship managers have brokerage targets, revenue targets.
So he's going to tell you what he wants to tell you rather than what might not be always profitable for you.
Right. So I think the best combination here would be maybe go, if you want help, use an investment advisor whose interest is aligned with you, which is to say, he makes money only if you make money, right? And then maybe use someone like us for execution, So that'll probably be, for someone who doesn't know what to do, probably the best way to start off,
Sure.
So.
And I have opened my account with Zerodha, so I've seen, how... So opening the account was so easy.
Right.
Also, due disclosure, I had my eKYC done.
Correct, right.
Okay, so that enabled me to open the account online,
right.
or through the app. I think it would have taken me less than 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Of course, the lengthier part was sending my power of attorney to Bangalore, which is also fine. But I think that if I remember correctly, at one point of time, opening a brokerage account required some 50, 60 signatures in a bunch of documents which were 20 page or 30 pages thick.
Right.
So what is it like right now?
I'll tell you, last month we opened same number of accounts that we opened in the first 5 years.
Wow.
And it's thanks to, I know there are groups which are pro and against Aadhaar, but the use case that Aadhaar has opened up for businesses like us, is just immensely powerful,
Wow.
So because imagine this, right? Imagine that if you have to take a Ola, Uber, someone said you can take only if you sign a 25-page document.
No way, man. No way I'm going to do that. Okay.
So the challenge for business like us was that if someone wants to start a relationship, we used to say that, dude, give this 25-page document, give your PAN, give your, all this,
address proof and ID proof and whatnot and cancel check and I don't know whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the good news for, the broking as a business today is what Aadhaar is kind of opening up, in terms of making it easy for people to onboard and start relationships, So accounts today can be actually opened instantly, and we are trying to see if that one document which can't be today
which is demat-rated, right? You need the power of attorney so that you are given the authority to operate my demat account.
Correct, right. So we're trying to see if we can evangelize, this whole idea that also has to be digitally signed, So so if that happens, then everything can be done completely online.
Okay. What are the costs of operating the account? So I think first you have to pay a small amount to open the open the account. how much that would be?
Yeah, so we charge 300 rupees for...
That's a one-time cost of
opening an account. And then there's annual maintenance charge, which would be like 300 rupees
per year.
Okay. But then that fees is applicable only if you're actually using it actively.
Okay.
Right? Because SEBI has put in this whole thing called as a BSDA account, like a Basic Services Demat account. So which means that if you don't have investments in your Demat, it automatically becomes a Demat account where there can't be any AMC charge.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, after that's about it. I mean, you're kind of set.
So you're zero brokerage for intraday or?
No, we charge 20 rupees a trade on people who trade futures and options.
Okay.
For intraday people, we say maximum of 20 rupees.
Okay.
Or 0.01%, whichever is lesser.
Okay.
Whichever is lesser. So, for example, if you buy for 1 lakh, you pay only 10 rupees.
Okay.
If you buy for more than 2 lakhs, you pay only 20 rupees.
Wow, okay.
And for all equity investors, we are absolutely zero.
Okay.
Right?
If I'm taking delivery?
We are taking delivery.
Okay, so if you're buying whatever, 1 lakh rupees of Reliance, which you intend to hold in your Demat account forever, you're not literally not paying a single rupee of brokerage.
Absolutely. And I think last year we started our direct mutual fund platform, which is called Coin.
Yeah.
We are probably the only guys selling direct mutual funds, I mean, of scale. You know, so direct mutual funds is where you can invest into mutual funds without paying any commission to the person who's distributing the fund.
Wow. Okay.
Right. Now, the thing about India is people don't care about the money that they're paying, which they don't see. Right. And mutual fund and insurance are two places where you're paying money which you don't see. To someone for selling the fund. Right. So, for example, one of the funds we were tracking yesterday, the amount you save is 1.5% a year by investing the same fund into a direct option.
1.5% per year. So again, over 10 years,
we had done this math recently. So if you have a 5,000 rupee SIP. And you invest for the next 25 years.
Yes.
And markets return that 12-13% what it's done historically. You save almost 40 lakh rupees by investing into direct mutual funds versus a regular mutual fund.
Wow, and that 40 lakhs is a big amount, especially if you look at it from the perspective of the profits that you're making.
Correct, absolutely. I mean, and it's a 5,000 rupee SIP, right? As in, it's not even like,
you don't even notice it. But that's a difference it can make by choosing something like Coin versus
a regular fund. So I mean, all of these are places where we are trying to kind of make the system more efficient in India. So
great. Just the last question? What are the various products that are there on Zerodha? I mean, there is the core brokerage part that you just mentioned.
Right.
Okay, there is Coin, which is for direct mutual funds.
Right.
There is Varsity also, right? So just tell us something about Varsity, because that's a huge learning resource for anybody. And like you said, he doesn't need to even have an account with Zerodha.
So Karthik, who runs Varsity, right? So for us, I mean, it all started when he had come back from France. He had done his MBA there, and then we were talking about how do we help markets grow and etc. And then education was an important thing, and we said, education has to be, people don't have the bandwidth today to sit and read through books, right? So we should maybe break it down into small little modules and even break that small module into smaller parts. We're actually, trying to make a Varsity app, which is where you break it down even into shorter, every day you send like a small little tidbit to learn, something like that, So Varsity covers today everything about trading the markets in India, in Indian context, So there's Trading Q&A, which is a Q&A forum for people who have queries on markets and trading. Then, so we have this incubator called Rainmatter. Right?
Sure.
So one of the challenges we have as a business is that last year in India, there were just 5 million Indians who invested once a year.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So which is 0.4%.
Some crazy number of population.
Right? So we have kind of realized that the only way to grow the business is to grow the market.
Okay.
And to grow the market, you can't just offer a great execution platform or offer great education resource, right? So you need to be able to offer niche trading and investing experiences. So that's what we are trying to do using Rainmatter.
Okay.
So we kind of cut checks. And we opened up everything that we've done as a business as APIs. Kailash, who takes care of tech at Zerodha, is like a superhuman. So he's been one of the reasons we've gone from being a brokerage firm to today actually being a technology firm. So Rainmatter today has around 9 startups, that we are actually.
Is Small Case one of them?
Small Case also is one of the.
Small Case happens to be, we're thrilled to have Anugrah Srivastava of Small Case explaining his product to us. So, as it happens, it is also a startup that you funded. Okay.
Right. So as I said, I mean, the real problem to solve as a business today for us is to actually grow the capital markets in India. Right. And like I keep telling the guys in our office, right, as in, I think for India to become the super economic power it can, you need people to be putting money behind businesces, right?
Sure.
You take your money, put in real estate and fixed deposit, and in one of those asset classes, it's not going to help our economy grow, right? So you need it, to be
funding businesses,
right?
And that's what stock markets do, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, the primary purpose is to take money. Yeah,
right. So entrepreneurs need that leeway, right? As in, because debt has become extremely tough to raise, So to grow the business, you need people to be backing it, so the overall goal of the business today is to be able to figure how do we get the next 10, 20 million Indians to come to the markets.
Wow, okay.
And maybe also in that, in sense, I mean, there is a vested interest in making money as a business.
Sure, of course.
But then, overall, if we can do it well, I think we'll also help the economy grow, so.
Yes, and I think we wish you all the very best with that motive, with that purpose, at Zerodha. Nithin, thank you so much for your time out here, for giving us that 1 hour. I know that you're here in Bombay for a very short time. It was very kind of you to come over to our studio and give us 1 hour of your time. Thank you so much, and we wish Zerodha all the very best. Folks, that was a 3-part series with Nithin Kamath of Zerodha. We've covered his journey, his career. We've covered stock trading basics and how, and what to look for when you open in a stock brokerage account. The website is zerodha.com. That's zerodha.com. Nithin, I believe, is Nithin Zerodha on Twitter. Nice Twitter handle. Reach out to him if you have any queries. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. If you have any money-related questions, you can tweet to us at IVM Podcasts or email us at paisavaisa@indusvox.com.
No material on the show should be considered as financial advice. The material on the show is for informational purposes only. Please consult a financial advisor before taking any investment decision.
There she stands, a podcast addict. Outside the bank, having travelled several miles to get in with other poor souls like her. The journey, though daunting for this youngling, will have some comfort because she has downloaded her favorite podcast. You can see more of her species on ivmpodcasts.com, your one-stop destination where you can check out the coolest Indian podcasts. Happy listening.